2 times meeting Nick Groff video. Basically, Nick Groff is the paranormal investigator for the Ghost Adventures crew, or he was. He left after season 10. He did the original Ghost Adventures documentary. He has a book out, 2 albums, is married with a wife and 2 kids, and he had a show or whatever on Destination America called Ghost Stalkers with John Tenney and Chad Lindbergh. There we go, I said that kind of fast. But I met Nick the first time, April 17th of 2015 at the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. This was only my second time being in there, and I got in line and everything, and like, I'm standing right in front, like, if you've ever been in the reformatory or whatever, like, there's glass on each side of this room, and there, you can see the cell blocks, and then you can only take pictures out of certain windows, because the prison that is now active, it took over for the reformatory, is on, you can see it from some windows, and then you go and you sit there, and we were in this room, and I forget what the room is called, because, I haven't been there in 5 months. Today is 5 months since I first met Nick Groff. Literally. I'm gonna cry. But, no, I'm so happy. And, like, so his wife walks by me. No biggie. Except for the girls that weren't behind me, but they were, like, a person behind me. And they were freaking out because Nick's wife looked at them. Like, they were like, oh my god, his wife looked at me. And oh my god, she saw me face. And like all this. And at this point, I'm like, okay. So I met his wife, sorta. She kind of waved, said hi. Walked on by, walked around. Sat in a chair. And I get up and I meet Nick. And I get a hug from him for the first time. And we're talking and everything. And he tells me his experiences in there. And he signs a few things. And then I hug him one last time because I figured this is going to be the last time I'm ever going to hug him. No, I'm not going to meet him again. And then I leave. Short, sweet, and to the point. And then Paracon came around. I think it was like a month before Paracon. And I realized, okay, they're having a Paracon. Nick Groff is a guest. This is my chance to meet him again. I call up my grandpa and I'm like, well, I only need a 1-day VIP pass. He decides he's going to go with the hotel Experience, and he buys I think it was $365, I don't know, the VIP Experience. So, I go into the vendor room afterwards and everything, after I got everything settled, and I watched the first presentation on EVPs. Basically, Paracon is just a bunch of paranormal people who love the paranormal, and they walk around. Literally, there I met Dave Schrader, hosted Darkness Radio. I don't know if any of you guys know these people. Jeff Blanger. Is that how you say his name? I feel so bad if I'm mispronouncing his last name. I met Amy Burney from Ghost Hunters, right? I'm going blank on the name. Hold on a minute. I have to check. Pretty simple here how this happened, but I'm just gonna check. Dustin Perry, I met him. I'm sorry, Dustin. I met Dustin Perry. And I went to this Paracon, and I walk in, and I see the Nick Groff tour booth set up, and I see Nick, like, I'm right at the doorway of the vendor room in this, like, huge-ass casino. The hotel rooms there are really nice, though. But I walk in, and the first thing I see is Nick standing at his booth wearing plaid. And, I'm texting my friend on Messenger. She can't meet Nick. She doesn't, she's never met him. And it wasn't Chloe, I think her name was Lisa. And I start freaking out in the chat. She's like, well, what's going on? And I take a picture of Nick. Like, I'm standing really far away. And I take a picture of Nick. And I was like, well, right there's Nick. And she's like, oh, he's wearing plaid. We talk about it. And then my grandpa goes out to the car, and because we got him a giant cookie. And I put on it to Nick from Katie with my Twitter name. And then I send it, and then I stand in his line. There's about one of his CDs, and then there's these 3 girls behind us. There's a group of girls. And, my grandpa's kind of standing off to the side up here. And I'm wearing a shirt that I made of me and Nick the first time. You know, his crew remembers me, and I'm like, oh yeah. And getting to the point here, I went up and I met Nick and I handed him the giant cookie. And like he remembered me too. So it was amazing. And we just talked basically. And then when we went to take a selfie together, I had my grandpa's tablet. So we take a selfie, and I'll post that at the end. Post all of our selfies. And like the whole line goes selfie after it's already taken. They're like, selfie! And you know, I hug Nick again and everything, and my grandpa's taking pictures of us. And then I remember, okay, we have some more stuff. We're walking out to the car, because by then we've already checked in. So I get back in line, and Nick gives me like this really confused look. Like, why are you in line again? And I walk up to him, and I'm like, s'mores? And he taps one of his crew members. He's like, hey, she brought me stuff for s'mores. S'mores. And he starts laughing and everything. And then we say goodbye again. And then basically what happened was the next day was the VIP dinner. It was the last day of Paracon. I cried. But like I kept like stopping in and visiting Nick and everything, you know, asking him how he was and everything, and we just had like a really genuine conversation. So this is where I'm going with this video, other than the Nick Groff experiences that I've had. Nick, if you're somehow by a miracle watching this, I really need to thank you, because I have been watching you since, God, the 5th grade. I'm in 9th grade now. That was like 4 years ago I started watching Ghost Adventures, and then I kind of stopped for a year or so because I was going through a tough time and everything, and I was doing sports, and I didn't have time really to watch a lot of TV, and I felt really bad, and I picked back up, literally, I think it was like season 10 by the time I did, and I heard you left. I cried for a few hours, you know, I knew who you were and everything, and I was upset. Anyways, Nick, if you are watching this, I really want to thank you for everything. Like, the reformatory, you were really nice, you were really sweet, and everything. And then I got to talk to you 2 interviews later. Like, I got to talk to you an interview after the fact, and an interview after that, and everything. And then I met you again at Paracon, and you know, just, I don't know how you remembered me, because you meet a lot of people, and I didn't expect you to remember me, but really that meant a lot to me, and I really need to thank you for that. And I just want to say, for Paracon, thank you for making me feel more like a friend than like a fan. Like, that means a lot. So thank you. Anyways, that's it. So
All right, go.
Hello. Say hi, everybody. That was the weakest hello ever.
Right?
Everyone just went, hey. Hello, everybody.
See, Chloe, he's actually real. He's right
I am
here.
real.
I'm